can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be.
This is CryptoTube. Welcome to the channel for this, our monthly video on Chainlink, going through the link that I've managed to accumulate through the use of masternodes and staking coins. We're also going to look at some of the major partnerships announced within the last month. And if you want to get involved with trying to set up your own mining contract for Link in the way that I'm doing it, stick with us and check out some of the previous videos that I've done on Chainlink and the way I've been mining it, just so you can get a flavor of how it can be done in a practical sense. And this is a good way of setting yourself up with an income stream. That means you can continually purchase these top coins such as Chainlink. Remember to subscribe to the channel and we'll dive right in. So this is the TradingView Link to BTC on 4-hourly chart. Now, this was the first purchase I made of Chainlink back around October time, around 21,000 Satoshis. And then all these subsequent arrows are where I've bought Chainlink using the Masternode and proof of stake rewards, month on month, nicely, consistently. And that just meant I've been able to accumulate Chainlink all this time. Now, over the last few days, we've seen a serious rally in the price of Chainlink once again. So from around 33,000 Satoshis up to around 51, was it? So 52% gain in what, 5-6 days? So another crazy rally by Chainlink and some great performance there. And I think going into the next altcoin cycle, we're going to have a few real outliers that perform substantially well and substantially better than most other projects, and Chainlink is definitely going to be one of those. We're seeing that time after time as others are faltering. Chainlink is putting in double-digit days, for example. So looking back over the previous month, I did buy in at around 50,000 Satoshis, a little bit on the high side. However, this is a way of just like averaging in, like a dollar cost average, and buying consistently every month, not really focusing too much on their price. I just want to be consistent with my method, ensure that I do execute every single month, and the Chainlink just keeps accumulating. So it's a good way of having a strategy in place. And if you haven't got a strategy, you're probably gonna, end up just trading, trying to swing trade or something, and you can get stuck that way. Now this is Crypto Miso. This is a place where you can see the ranking of projects based on their GitHub repository commits. Chainlink, no matter what time frame you choose, you can do 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. Chainlink always comes out very, very near the top. And I mean, as in top 5 every single time. Chainlink is the orange on the graph here. And you can see that it does poke its head out numerous times. It does have serious commitment levels. Alpha is number 1, and price doesn't always reflect the amount of activity, as this is kind of stagnant and has been for a while. But it does let you know that you've got a team that are innovating, constantly pushing forward and creating new things on their blockchain. And Chainlink, with over 4,000 commits in the last year, is one of those projects that is really making waves in cryptocurrency in general, helping out other projects and really advancing DeFi. And one of the partnerships announced in the last month is this with DeFi project Celsius Network. And you've probably heard of them. Their lending, their borrowing strategies they have. And they've actually used now Chainlink oracles to decentralize their price data. So they had a bit of a link up between Sergey and Alex Mashinsky of Celsius Network. We're waiting for kind of some feedback in terms of their kind of conversation they've had and things. We haven't really seen an AMA or anything, but I'm hoping one of those comes out because Alex of Celsius talks very well. And as we know, Sergey does too. So it would be a really interesting conversation to have captured. Well, I'll keep my eye out for that. And if I can find a link to something along those lines, I'll leave it down below as a good resource. But essentially, Celsius has partnered with Chainlink, and this appears to benefit both sides here. Celsius will hold several $1 million worth of Chainlink's assets in an interest-bearing wallet. This means that Celsius is providing a secure treasury service to Chainlink, which is able to earn interest on its assets, as well as being able to borrow dollars if needed without the need to sell its assets as well. This is the same service available to both individuals and companies with a need to earn interest or borrow against their crypto assets without wanting to sell them. So Chainlink is using Celsius on a major scale, and that's going to provide funds for the team, funds for development, marketing, all those good things. And it works both ways. This is good for the reputation of Celsius as well. I know a lot of people don't like centralized DeFi products like this, but it is a step in the right direction. It also says that Alex goes on to say, partnering with Chainlink helps solidify our mission to bring revolutionary financial services to millions around the world in a fair and transparent manner. Furthermore, we're pleased to provide treasury management for Chainlink, giving them secure custodial services and interest-bearing opportunities. And so it says, to begin the partnership, Celsius will integrate Chainlink's decentralized price oracles to calculate interest payments amounts to its users in a more decentralized, transparent and secure approach. And I think this will speak to investors who maybe think, well, if they aren't able to prove how the payments are made, maybe they're skimming some of the profits off. And Sergey says this: Celsius have an experienced technical team of successful entrepreneurs. We are looking forward to helping Celsius achieve increased decentralization in their system, which will benefit both their overall security and their users' overall interest payment returns over the long term. So in a way, Chainlink will be ensuring that we get all the interest that we're owed. And over the long term, this is going to be actually a benefit to the end user. So this is a cool partnership between Celsius, which is a big player in this lending and borrowing DeFi ecosystem, and Chainlink providing that solid data source. Then we had this, which is another DeFi-based partnership. Now, you've probably heard of MakerDAO and their CDPs over on Ethereum. Kava Labs are another DeFi project, but they're going to be bringing that to a whole host of blockchains. So it's going to be integrated with Bitcoin, with Ripple, with Cosmos, just to name a few. And so they're going to be bringing that DeFi game to all blockchains with the help of Chainlink now. And so this was a really exciting announcement, and I'd say Kava Labs is a coin to really look at. I'll try and cover that within this next few weeks, as I do really like the project. I'm going to be buying some. So Kava selected Chainlink to be its official Oracle provider and to use Chainlink price reference data to maintain the USDX, which is its stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. Kava is also working to connect Chainlink, a network of decentralized oracles, to the entire Cosmos blockchain. CEO and founder of Kava, Brian Kerr, explained this: the quality of the data coming from the Oracle solutions comes down to how they get in the data and what is the quality of the providers who are actually running these things. Are they trustworthy? Do they perform intense audits? Do they really pass the test? So this is an AMA interview you can go and watch back yourself. The video's here, and it's really, really interesting because the way Sergey talks about how they get their data and how the sources and the individuals who are running the oracles, they really do vet them and make sure that they are up to scratch. So they do pass the test in this case. Sergey goes on to say this: from building Chainlink early on, we decided to approach the hard version of the Oracle problem, not the easy one. Kava cares about the solution to the hard portion of the Oracle problem that provides real security and access to high quality data. When talking about how Chainlink solves this problem, he adds, for example, we don't pull data from Exchange APIs, we only pull data from the data aggregators. We rely on the very competent, very large community of high quality data aggregators who have 10, 15, 20 person teams. Even though on our own team we've got 10, 15, 20 years of data experience, these teams have people from Reuters and Bloomberg, and many of them actually feed their crypto price data into Bloomberg and Reuters because their data business is actually a very large resale business there. So these are really great partnerships to be seen. And this again gives me great confidence in Kava. They've been asking the right and the hard questions to Sergey, putting it to him, saying how quality is the data source. And he's come back with all the right answers. So this AMA is around 30 minutes in length total. And I would highly recommend checking it out and doing a bit of research into Kava Labs. Now over on Twitter, I follow this guy, XVG Hulk, and it's one of the Link Marines. He literally posts every single day the number of Chainlink holders yesterday versus today, and we are going up at a speed of around 500 to 600 new holders every single day, and we're on 121,000 Chainlink holders as of today, the 15th of April 2020. And we'll do an update on these numbers every single month. Now, this point I want to actually hop into the Masternodes, how we actually earn our Chainlinks, what goes on. So essentially, I set up a Chainlink mining contract through using Masternodes. Now, the Masternodes are paying you a coin that will have a BTC pairing. So what you do is you take your rewards, you sell them for BTC. You have those Satoshis, and then you decide what to do with them. And it's like a mining contract because it's the way that you think about it. If you, for example, earn 100,000 Satoshis off of a Masternode project in a week, for example, what are you doing with it? Are you reinvesting it into the Masternode? Probably not a good idea. Or are you putting it into a safe place, keeping it on a Bitcoin wallet, for example, a ledger? Or are you transferring it into a altcoin that you really believe has a greater upside potential than Bitcoin? So this is what my thinking is, that I want to accumulate as much Chainlink as I can whilst the prices are low, and believe me, they are low now. I also want to continually accumulate Bitcoin and also some Ethereum. This will change from next month. I'm happy with my Ethereum holdings at this point. So this is probably the last month you'll see Ethereum on here, and we will mix it up. On this side, I've just gone through the various coins and their tickers, and then whether I'm staking them or I hold masternodes of them. And these just generate me income every single day, every single week, every single month, that I then put into these totals. So my monthly total this month was 1,700,000 Satoshis, a little bit less than last month. I did, however, upgrade, or whatever you want to call it, change some of these POS ones into full masternodes, just bought an additional bit of collateral to launch my own nodes. And so this month I accumulated 1.7 million Satoshis, and that went into 340,000, or 20% going into my Ledger wallet. Half of this, so that'll be 650,000 Satoshis, went in Chainlink. I managed to buy 23.6 Chainlink at a price of around 36,000 sats, and then I got around 0.22 ETH. Now, overall, I've been doing this since around November time. I've gained 1.74 million Satoshis, over 173 Chainlink, and 0.8 ETH at this point. So you can see it does add up over time. They may not be huge figures every single month, but being consistent, staying on track with an actual game plan does get you somewhere. 173 Link, I'm pretty happy with that right now. And this just continues. So every month I'm going to be near probably 200 Link next month. By Christmas time, probably 300 Chainlink in total. So just accumulating on a regular basis through the use of these other cryptos in the Masternode and proof of stake world. I will pull up my phone to show you Flitz and its app. So Flitz is an application on your mobile. You download it, it's in the Google Play Store, it's on Android. Set up your own wallet. You have to write down the 24-word seed phrase so you have access to this wallet, and it is unique to you. Your phone stores all the data. So the actual company that run Flitz do not actually get to interact with any of your coins, your wallets. Everything is secure on your phone, which is a really great thing, and this is one of the only apps that does this right now. So they are at the cutting edge. And then you can just add wallets. As you can see, I've added some here. This is just a blank tester on an old phone for you. You can go through and see what different coins they have on here. You can see how many nodes are on there, the coin price in cents. And for some of them as well, you can actually get involved with in-app governance. So they've enabled that on mobile as well. So if they've got governance features within their blockchain like Bulwark does, then you can go and vote if you've got a Masternode within that. So you can add your wallets simply. Then you can just click into them, send coins to them, set up your Masternode once you've got enough collateral in there. There's your deposit addresses. You can do everything through here, get involved with governance. So the app is like a one-stop shop. Rather than having desktop Masternodes where you have to use a VPS, the app does it all for you. The app costs per Masternode €2 per month. And if you go along to personal fees and payments, you can either pay in their coin, Flitz. And for example, I run a Flitz Masternode and it covers all the costs for the nodes that I want to run. Or you can pay in BTC every month. But €2 for the convenience and the safety of having it on your mobile. So it's pretty much hack proof. And if someone stole my phone, they haven't got my 2FA on there, for example. So even if they did rob my phone, I've got my 24-word seed phrase written down. I can download the app on a new mobile device and import my wallets. And therefore, it's pretty foolproof. But the convenience means I can just see my rewards accumulate in my wallets and then send them off to an exchange as and when I like and cash them out. So this is one of the best sites that I use, and it's an app. So rather than having to be at a desktop or at my laptop, I'm doing this on the go. I can set up a Masternode from within the reach of my right hand. So it's probably the easiest way that you can actually set up a Masternode, and I've got videos on this. So I'll leave a card to them just above so you can check this out in a bit more detail. But I really do like Flitz for its app and for its coin as well. We just go on Masternodes Online where you can see all the Masternode data. Go to Flitz coin, and the utility of the coin is the fact that you pay for your hosting fees in it, and most people do. And the price has been going up quite considerably over the, if we just take from Christmas when they updated the app. So at a price point of around 10 cents around then, we've gone up to around 34, 35 cents. From around 2,000 Satoshis up to 5,000 Satoshis. And the ROI is pretty big, 133%. The reason why they can get away with such a big return on investment is because so many coins are eaten up by users of the app. So for example, I'll run, say it was 50 cents per coin. It would cost me 4 coins to run a Masternode for a month. And say I run 10 Masternodes on there, then you just do the maths. It's an easy way of taking lots of coins out of circulation. The team aren't dumping their accrued coins on the exchange. They're putting up high sell orders, and it seems to be working out really well. So this is a cool coin to have got involved with as an investment piece, and also the app is awesome as well. So I would definitely recommend checking it out for yourself and trying to get involved with what I'm doing. Any questions, hit me up. I just want to shout out the Crypto Ride YouTube channel as well. So he does a lot of Chainlink TA, and I would say 95% of the time he's spot on with his analysis, calls the big moves before they happen, and gives you good target prices. I've used this very regularly, and I've made a couple of trades off of his advice, and they've come in. So I definitely want to shout out Crypto Ride Anthony. He's been doing a great job on there, so check him out. But that is all for today, folks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you've got any questions on anything I've talked about today, hit me up down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.